Hey guys, what's up? This is Eric Marks with EA Productions, and I'm going to be doing a tutorial today on showing you how to put bullet hits in your action videos without ever firing a real weapon or any weapon at all, actually. If you ever are filming action scenes, if you've ever seen our action scenes on our YouTube channel or our Facebook page, please notice that we never use real guns. It looks like we're using real guns, sounds like we're using real guns, but they are just beefed up airsoft guns. So please be safe and never use real guns when you're making movies. So I will show you the part of Operation Ghost here. This is our YouTube channel. If you ever want to follow us on YouTube, which I hope you guys do, because we're going to be posting regularly many videos, probably weekly or maybe every week and a half, to our YouTube channel. It is Lawton Records, L-A-W-T-O-N Records. So you'll want to follow us there to get some other good videos that we come out with. Okay, so it's this part of Operation Ghost that I'm doing the tutorial on. I will show you quickly, then I'll explain. Okay, if you watch the tree here, you'll see those bullet holes start to appear on the tree. I'll let you watch one more time. Okay, as you can see, bullet hole, you saw the little wood chips fly. Obviously, I was not being shot at with a real gun. That was all done digitally in After Effects. So the main reason why I'm doing this tutorial is because I got a lot of feedback via text messages, Facebook messages, whatever, on people wanting to know how I did this specific part. So I am going to show you. Step 1, open up your After Effects. I use CS5. You can also use After Effects CS4 for this. Okay, I've already imported my clip that I just showed you. This is just the raw footage. As you can see, there's no bullet holes. If you don't know how to import a clip, you literally just go to File, Import, and you choose from your desktop or whatever folder. Or you can use the keyboard command like I like to use, which is Apple I. So I'm going to press Apple I, and I'm going to import my wall hit, which is the wood chips. And I'll explain where I got those in a second. And I'm also going to import a wood bullet hole. Okay, both of these things, the bullet hole and the wood chips flying in front of the camera, those are both stock footage from a movie pack that I got called Action Essentials. I think it was like $200, $250, something like that, so it's not too bad because it comes with a lot of stock explosions, bullet shells, I think a little bit of sound effects. I'm not sure. I think only like one folder of sound effects. It's mainly visual stuff, but it comes with explosions, debris falling, like dust and smoke and a bunch of kind of stuff. It's pretty much worth the money, I would say, definitely. So here we are in After Effects. We're wanting to begin putting bullet holes on that tree. So if you're in my position here and you want to get a bullet hole in the tree, this is what you might think if you're kind of beginning with the video editing stuff. You would take your wood bullet hole, you would drag it right here in your timeline, and there's the bullet hole. So you would just scale it kind of to a small size and drag it over here to the tree, and then hey, there you go. That took 10 seconds. Wow, Eric just tries to be a cocky little special effects guy and tries to make us think he knows what he's doing all the time, but it only took 10 seconds. Well, I assure you, my friends, it's harder than you think. Check that out. Okay, obviously you see the problem there. The bullet hole is moving with the motion of the camera. So obviously that's not good because it's not going to look real. Every time the camera shakes, the bullet hole moves because we're literally just laying that on top of our footage. So there's two ways to fix this. There's the lazy way out, which is just using a tripod and then the camera never moves, and you can just lay it on there just like that, and it'll be perfectly fine. But that will cause a lot of boring shots and very slow movement of the camera guy, because he's going to always have to carry that tripod around, set it up everywhere with him, whereas you can just go shoulder mounted, and you can have that natural bit of camera shake and kind of be, you know, in the action of the scene. So I'm here to show you how to fix it if you're actually moving around with the camera. Okay, it's a basic term called motion tracking. Some of you might know what it is, some of you might not. That's okay. I'm about to show you how to do that. First thing you're going to want to do is open up a software called Mocha for After Effects. Okay? It is not a whole different software that you go have to buy. If you have After Effects, you do have Mocha. A lot of people that I know that have After Effects do not even know that they have this. It is in the After Effects folder, and then it is under another folder called Mocha. But it's all within your After Effects folder, so a lot of people just don't think to go there. So it's called Mocha. The logo looks like that. It's kind of like a chocolate brown with a black logo, whatever. And you'll notice that there's, you know, it's basically does not look like anything you've ever seen before in a video editing workspace. There's no timeline, there's no you know, window view, there's no effects. It's just got a bunch of funky stuff. So the first thing you want to do is go here all the way to the left, and that is nothing but creating a new project, and then you're going to choose to import your clip. We're going to import the tutorial test clip that I have here. Okay, and then what you're going to want to do is you'll see all this stuff, and it might be very confusing to you, but I'm about to break it down to where it's pretty easy. The project name, you know, whatever you want, location, that's just showing you where it came from. Now options is what I'm going to show you what to be aware of here. The frame rate, most of the time you don't have to change that. That just recognizes what the frame rate of your video was shot in. Okay, so here's what you want to pay attention to. The pixel aspect ratio and separate fields and this kind of stuff. I'm about to show you how to know if it's right or wrong. So we're going to go over here to After Effects, back to After Effects. We're going to click in the project window on our clip that we just, you know, this clip right here that we just imported into Mocha, and you're going to look at the aspect ratio. That's 1280 by 720 HD and 1.00. That's the aspect ratio, okay? Frame rate is 23.976. So now, let's go back into Mocha and see if that matches up. Frame rate, 23.976, correct. Pixel aspect ratio, HD, and 1, which is the same thing as 1.00. So that looks right, and just an FYI, if these settings ever do not match what is in After Effects, then it will not work in Mocha. So you always have to make sure your settings in Mocha match your settings in After Effects. So they match. Let's press OK, and there's our clip. So, okay, what do we do now, right? How do we motion track this footage to where that bullet hole will stay still on that tree? You go up here to the Spline Tool, okay, and you're going to create a little shape. So I'm going to create one from about here. By the way, once you click, you don't have to hold. You just click once and then drag to down here, and then we'll click here, and then we'll do another click, say right there, and then to you know, you'll notice that it keeps moving around. To deselect these track points, just right click, and there you go. So now you're thinking, well, what the heck did I just do? What is that? These little blue white corners here are track points. You're telling these points to track the motion in this video. Basically, every movement that the camera does within this shape, it is going to recognize. So that anything you can put in this shape, like the bullet hole or a bullet hit or whatever, it will recognize the motion of the camera and it'll just go with it instead of move like it did in After Effects, like you saw. So, to motion track this, you come down all the way to the right to this guy right here. It says track forwards, and you literally just press track forwards, and it is tracking the motion right now, as you can see. Mocha is amazing for tracking motion in video clips. It honestly blows my mind. So I'm not going to track the full video like I did in Operation Ghost. I'll just track for maybe 10 seconds just so I can kind of show you how to do this. So we'll let it go for a couple more frames. Just bear with me here. Okay, and we'll just stop it about right here. Okay, so all I did was come down here and press the stop button, which is that gray square right there, and you'll see down here on the playback timeline here that this little section is a blue color. That means that that's the section that you just motion tracked. So now, how in the world do we get this back to After Effects? And with the motion tracked data and so on and so forth, and get the bullet hole. It's very confusing to think about, but it's not that hard. So just bear with me here for a few more minutes, and I will show you how to do this. So you have just motion tracked the motion, everything inside of this shape. So now you go to File, Export Tracking Data. You'll see this drop-down window here. There's a few options. You'll want to make sure yours always says Transform Data Anchor Point, Scale and Rotation. That's the one you always want to choose for After Effects. So choose it and press Copy to Clipboard. That's all you got to do. And then go into After Effects. Okay, now it's not there yet. See, it's still, the bullet hole is still moving. What you have to do is you have to paste this tracking data onto an object. So you go to Layer, New, Null Object. It created that red line there on the timeline. So you literally click on the null, do paste, which is on a PC it's Control V, on an Apple it's Apple V, and look, those are all the track points that we just pasted. Now make sure that before you paste your track points, that your playhead here is at the very first frame of the clip, which ours is, so we're okay. You click this drop down arrow on the null object, transform on the drop down arrow, and then you see anchor point, position, all this stuff. You'll just want to click on anchor point and click this little stopwatch on anchor point. Okay, now what you basically just did was disable a few things that will make it kind of skip in After Effects. I'll explain it more in depth on a later video. This is kind of a beginner thing, but you just turned off a few things that would mess up the tracking data. So we pasted the tracking data onto the null object. We have our null object here. So how in the world do we get this bullet hole right here to connect with this tracking data so that it will play on this clip, right? A lot of stuff, kind of confusing. Well, it's not that bad. You click on this bullet hole. You go over here to this drop-down window where the boxes all say none. You want to go to the one with the bullet hole, and you'll choose null 1, which is our tracking data. What that just did was it parented these two clips together to where they're now working in one movement. They are both, anything that happens to one of these clips is going to happen to both of them. They are parented together. So now, watch the bullet hole. Now it is tracked to the tree stump, all the way up until the time that I tracked it. See? Stays on the tree stump. Does not move. So, there will be more tutorials coming for you guys in the future for more stuff with Operation Ghost and stuff on future videos that we're working on. So if you guys like this tutorial, let me know by liking it on Facebook or rating it on YouTube. You can leave me comments, asking me questions about it. If you still don't get certain parts, send me messages, whatever. Please subscribe on our Facebook fan page. We're making a movie right now, a featured film called Overtaken, one word. If you look for it on Facebook, you can find the fan page. That movie will be released in May of this year. And you guys have a great day. Thanks.